this one will take better. Let me turn this around so you can see our beautiful view once again. So I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to move. The ship, though, is moving. So I don't know how long I'll be able to stay. I can see that the ship, I'll just hold this right here, and hopefully the wind, my little wind brake is working. So, but it's just been an absolutely gorgeous day here. Looks like we've pulled up anchor. Looks like we're getting ready to sail away. We are definitely pivoting all the way around here. So welcome back. And if you weren't on the earlier portion of this sail away this evening, we are in Punta Arenas, Chile, southernmost city in Chile, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Probably about, I think I heard somebody say it was a high of 70 today. Right now it's about 62 degrees now. Sunshine. It's just after 6 o'clock, 10 minutes after 6, and the sunset will be at about 9 o'clock, I think, is what I'm told. I'll have to look. Somewhere between 9 and 10. Last night, sunset was just before 9 o'clock. So yeah, I think it'll be about 9 o'clock tonight again. And as we get moving towards South Antarctica more, sunset will advance to about between 10 and 10:30. So we are in the middle of summer here in the southern hemisphere. We are again going south to where it's chillier, of course, into Antarctica. But we have just had a wonderful day today. I'm going to pull up just a hair here to make sure, well, maybe back. Actually, there's less breeze back here. And so there's Punta Arenas. That is north, that direction. Anybody who's Sail Away Part 2. I'll be fixing the title and such later. But anybody who has sailed in the Southern Hemisphere, anybody who lives, our lovely friends in Australia, anybody who lives anywhere else in the Southern Hemisphere, you got to remember, for those of us that live north of the equator, it's a totally different mindset. I'll let you hear what the captain says.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sapphire team captain speaking. We hope you had an enjoyable day during our stop to Punta Arenas, Chile today. Weather-wise, we've been experiencing much better conditions than the past, apart from a little rain in the morning, but it cleared up much during the day, and the wind also remained quite moderate. So this time, everybody back on board, all the boats are on board secured, and we already pulled up the anchor, and we start moving out of the anchorage area. Next stop is Ushuaia. That will be tomorrow morning, and we are trying to arrive a little earlier than the advertised schedule. So everything going well. By 10 o'clock, 10:30, we should be alongside Ushuaia tomorrow morning. Ushuaia, Argentina, of course. Overnight, 276 nautical miles to run. At the high speed run, we go in initially quite fast, maximum of the speed we can do, and later we'll reduce as we come into the fjord, the Chilean fjord. So the navigation, as I mentioned, Chilean fjord into channels, some of them you may know, Cockburn, Cayenne, and Vigo. Vigo, most famous probably. Around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, we'll start navigation into Beagle Canal, Canal Beagle, into a section that is known as the Glacier Alley. Glacier Alley with 5 known tidewater glaciers coming into the water on our port side. That will be visible on the port side of the vessel, left-hand side. All these glaciers named after European nations. So after this, we'll continue to work the Rotterdam pilot station and we'll embark the Argentinian pilots 8 o'clock in the morning, heading to then Ushuaia to the port, and hopefully by 10:30 we should be alongside them. Weather conditions for the night, we have a partially cloudy sky, but actually quite a bit of a blue near visible. 20 degrees in the temperature, Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. The wind northwesterly moderate, so significant, really nothing worried. A negligible swell for the sea condition. We'll spend most of the night into shelter waters, so absolutely no problem. For tomorrow, partially cloudy sky with possibility of passing shower. Temperature will dropping down quite a bit. We're going down to 9 degrees Celsius, and this will be the maximum. Early in the morning we are down to 4 or 5 degrees, so maximum temperature tomorrow 48 Fahrenheit, and wind it will be moderate in the morning, and we have a gusting wind in the central part and in the afternoon up to 30-35 knots. So that's the forecast for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We wish a very good rest of the day, a very good evening. We sail away now. Enjoy later on. We have a daylight tonight until 21:37. That's the sunset. So 9:37. It's quite a scenic cruising tonight as we're coming into the fjord, in the Chilean fjord, still into Magellan. This part is part of the Magellan Strait. Later on, as we're going into Cockwood Channel, that will be just a fjord. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great evening. On board the party.
So there you go. If you didn't catch what he said, obviously we are departing Punta Arenas. We will be heading west towards the Pacific Ocean, and we will be in sheltered waters most of the night. Then we get a little bit open ocean just for a few miles before we slip back into the Beagle Channel, and as he mentioned, we go along in the Chilean fjords. We go along a glacier alley, and we were blessed to be able to see that 6 years ago when we were down here. And so this time as we enter Beagle Channel, Beagle Canal and Glacier Alley, it'll be early in the morning, and they're telling us is a good time to get up. That's about the time the sun rises, and in order to see all the glaciers. There's actually 13, if I recall, hanging glaciers. We got to see those last time. We're told that port side is the better side, and we are on port side, so we are excited for that. And we arrive in Ushuaia, he's saying by 10 o'clock, 2 hours ahead of our scheduled noon. And then also that we will be able to then do our excursions there. He expects a high of 48 degrees. So yes, we will be further south, so it will be chillier. So we're pretty excited. Like I mentioned, if you didn't catch it, Allison is down entertaining the group for dinner, and I'm up here letting you see our beautiful Sailaway. So I'm gonna let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention the SIM card deal. I bought a SIM card for the first time in Europe this summer, and it seemed to work fairly well, especially as you're going down the river. You're always constantly near cell towers. And I hadn't really thought about needing anything because most of our time on the ship this time is on board using the Wi-Fi. But there were a few times I thought, well, let's get the SIM card so that we can have that available as need be for the 5 port stops. So I used it today, and I noticed when we were in town that it did say 5G. And that didn't happen even in Buenos Aires. So that was quite pleasing to see. So right now I am on the SIM card only. I'm going to be brave here and jump over to add it into the Wi-Fi as well, and because I'm gonna lose connectivity no matter what I do. So just to let you know, we had a beautiful day here. Just a wonderful time. We've got today's video is in process. Hope to have that up later in a couple of hours, sometime between massages and pools and salons and dinner and dessert and shows and everything. So look for that shortly. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to keep going, but I want to jump and see what happens when I turn on the Wi-Fi to see if that messes us up. So here we are. We're still here. I've got the eSIM card running. I've also drops, or we'll see how good it goes. The Wi-Fi has been quite good the entire time. I did a speed test, which I put the thing on that. Someone's on the Sun Princess disembarking in Fort Lauderdale. Good. Thank you for joining. So, yeah, the Wi-Fi, we have been pleased with it. It has been good. Of course, we're still north. We haven't, well, let's see, I think we're still in the 50-degree range, which would be similar to Northern Europe. So the satellites are still above us. And I know that there are satellites above Antarctica. It's just how much of that is available for public use. So we'll see. And in looking tomorrow or the next day, we're planning to do a room tour. We have bought a couple of Antarctic charts, and we've posted those, put them up with magnets on the wall of our cabin. And we're going to do a little tour about how we have been doing the magnets recently on the recent cruises. Probably got about 30 magnets that I use, little tiny ones, but boy, they're super strong and they really work well. And there's a link to them on our Amazon store. So there's the shameless plug. But it really helps because they do hand you, they hand you the patter every day. They hand you a nice little ad every day. They hand you other information, a letter from the captain, stuff from here, stuff from there. So I like to put it up on the wall so it's easily found whenever I need it. So we'll show you how we've been doing that. So you can tell we're scooting along here pretty good now. There's a fair amount of wake behind us. As I mentioned, these are the Wakeview pools. The lower pool is where we did our group photo, and like someone suggested, we're planning to do, I'll move out, you can see the risers that we stood on. That worked out beautifully. So that's what we're planning for. We're going to do another group picture of this same group in our parkas once we reach Antarctica. So we will be suitably garbed. So here we are looking this north. So right now we actually are kind of going more southwest as we head out away from Punta Arenas. Just beautiful here today. If you didn't hear, we were at 65.